All right, so a quick recap over what we did yesterday, and I believe that the challenge video that came today from One Funnel Away is talking about the who, not the what, and we went over that yesterday. Figuring out who is performing in the market, right? And what they're doing, what they're selling, how they're selling it, and their whole entire process. Don't forget, make a dummy email account and use that dummy email account so when you're finding your people, register for their email list and things like that. Anything that they got for you to sign up for free, like if you don't have the funds or something to purchase their product or service, and you want to sell that type of product or service, like they 9 times out of 10 have an email subscription list. You need to register for that email subscription list because you need to have an email subscription list too when you go to make your offer and you build your site. Once again, we're going to mimic what people are already doing, so we don't have to take the hours, like the countless hours. I'm not talking about, you know, 5 minutes or something. I really truly mean countless hours. This is going to save you from trying to figure it out on your own. All right. So that's the recap. Once again, I did put that video up in the back office a little earlier today. So you can go back there and watch that in case you missed it. And don't forget, it's very important that you guys are watching the videos from the One Funnel Away challenge. That's our base. That's where we're going to generate our income from building the sales funnel. So it's very important that you guys are following along, doing exactly what they're doing, telling you to do. And if you have any questions, make sure that you're asking me. This is the whole purpose of me being on this line at 10 o'clock. I've been through it. I'm making money from ClickFunnels. So I want to help you do the exact same thing. Okay. So what we're going to do today, okay, for today's lesson, and I did it here in the background so you guys can see, like, I'm not making this stuff up. This is actually something that I do. All right. Uh, what you want to do is during your entrepreneur process, okay, you're going to run into bumps. Things are going to happen to you that are going to pretty much test your faith. And I don't mean your faith in being an entrepreneur. I mean your faith in whoever you believe in. Like I'm no judge, jury, or executioner. I don't judge people on who they believe in. I just prefer that you believe in some type of higher power. All right. So whatever that higher power is, I need you to have that faith when you embrace this journey that we're going to take on right here. So if you guys can see right here in front of me, what I did is you want to find someone that a loved one or someone who really truly believes in you, all right? And you actually want to have them write a letter about you. Or as you can see, me personally, and I've been telling you guys all truthful stuff about how I operate. Me personally, I don't have that person. I don't have someone in my corner. Well, not someone close to me in my corner that, of course, I got mentors that I've paid for and they're in my corner. But this trust right here, I want it like some real trust that you have, right? And I didn't have anybody in my corner that um, I could call to write this letter about me. So, what you can do, this is the hero's message. And if you don't have a person like me, you want to find somebody, the person that you like, if they could be sitting right in front of you today, that would be that person that you would put right here. And as you can see, Diddy is my guy. I've been following Diddy since I was, I don't know, 17, maybe even earlier. Like I've been fascinated with the way that Diddy does business and the way that he operates and the way that he hustles and grinds. So Diddy's my guy, right? and what you do with this message. Just like you really want to look at it like Diddy was talking to you. And the reason for this letter here is so every day you should be waking up reading this letter. And guys, once again, I told you guys in the beginning, the things that are said that you need to do are going to sound completely stupid. And I know this one sounds completely stupid. Why have a letter right there? But you have to retrain the mind, okay? The mind has been trained for at least about 21 years, 22 years. If you went to college, if you didn't go to college, it was at least trained for 18 years doing what the education system told you to do. But the education system, okay, it knows how to play with words, and words hold so much power. I can't make that part up. Like, words will change everything if you say the wrong word. If you say the right words, you get success. You say the wrong words, you get failure. Okay? So the reason this letter is here, so you can start to see the right words at you each and every day. You guys probably can't see. I don't know if you can see my. Let me put my camera on because I want to show you. You see my, like, I really printed this stuff out. Like, I'm not making this stuff up. I really read this letter. Okay. And what it is, once again, here on the left hand side, what you're going to do is you're going to find your person. If you can get somebody to write this letter, great. But you want to put your flaws in here. Like, what are your flaws that are holding you back from success? All right. So if you could see right here, I know that I have a problem, pumping myself up to continue forward and doing, because I have so many directions that I get pulled in. Right. So I know that I have that problem. So if you can see here, like what I literally did, let me show you guys. So I came here. All right. And once again, I wanted this to be authentic Diddy. All right. So uh I literally came here and I said, YouTube, I need some Diddy motivation. And before you know it, oops, Diddy motivation. All right. I pulled up Diddy's motivation, and whatever you want, you can get top 10 rules. And all I did was I watched Diddy's top 10 rules. Like, you got to understand, this is a pretty much a billionaire right here. He has top 10 rules that he abides by each and every day. And he wakes up and does this. Okay. So if he's waking up and doing it, well, I have no excuse. So I came right down here. After watching his 10 rules, I realized the steps that I was not doing, right? Like, it was some things that he's doing that I'm not. So I need to implement these steps, or just remind me. I need that reminder. I need that kick in the butt to say, keep going. So as you can read through the letter, I started off, TD, what up? You are one crazy motherfucker. Diddy said in the beginning of that video, you got to be crazy to be an entrepreneur. That's why I put it in there. Once again, I want to sound like Diddy. If I was to go watch that video right now, this letter would sound like Diddy. Like, if you go watch that video and after reading this letter, you're like, damn, did Diddy really write that letter? So, TD, it's time to cut the shit. You've been a player in the game for too fucking long. You know you have to be a fucking savage to get whatever you want, and you have to go get it. Now, what's next? You got to fucking go get it. You will not stay lying down. Whatever someone can't do, you can. You can do anything. I've been facing problems with building my team and my organization. I keep running into people who don't want to keep working. They want me to do everything. And that's not how success works. Like, it's a grind into this. So that's why I have that part in there. Because I've changed my team up. Oh my God. I don't know how many times I've changed my team up because I've been attracting the wrong people. Right. So I'm hoping this last run, I'm getting the right people. But this message is here to say keep going. All right. Um, I know you wanted more than plenty of people I have coached. You're the one making sacrifices when needed. There's a time and place for everything. Now is your time. You are ready to do the things other people aren't trying to do. Don't be afraid to walk away and say no. You are a motherfucking king, Black excellence. Why did I have that part in there? Because I honestly had a problem with telling people no. I wanted to help everybody. And that was what was draining me. Everybody wanted to hook up, everybody wanted to deal. Like they were literally draining my energy because they didn't want to do anything. Like I was the one doing everything. So that's why that line's in there. Your story is authentic. I started hustling at 12. You did it at 13. You're poised to be a king that's developed out of your family. That's needless to say. You know, my family is my family, and you know, I'm the one, um, the successful one in the family. All right, so just that comes with tons of problems. All right, you've changed your tribe, and they all want you to succeed. The positive energy is around you, and they need you to lead. All right. Now be fearless. We need the change. The reason I said that, Diddy said in his message, like, he's working for change. That's the same thing that I'm doing. All right. So I put it in here, signed Diddy. And then over here on the right hand side, who am I? You're literally just going to label out your characteristics, your traits. So every day that you wake up, you read this letter, you need to look at who you are, believe who you are, and keep walking in that faith. The man upstairs, once again, made us all different in our own special way. You have to find who you are. You label this right here, everything that you are, okay? Then you come over here, and this is where you write out your big dream. Like, what is it that you want? Why did you take on this journey? And another thing that I want you guys to do, a lot of people always do this, okay? In order to become a seller, right? In order to become the best entrepreneur that you want to be, you have to know why you're doing this. Because if you don't know why you're doing this, once again, when shit gets tough, that bump comes in the road, you're going to run back. I told you guys earlier, know what the name of your trip is. Like, where are you going? Label it. What is your end result? Because that is the name of your road. All right. Just like when you're going from here to Florida, you're going from somewhere to some other point. That's what your big dream is going to be. Now, once you can understand your big dream, once again, ask yourself, why are you doing this? Once you write down why you're doing this, okay, I want you to ask yourself again, why? Because the first answer of why, that's not good enough. All right. And I'll give you an example. So when I first started this, okay, this entrepreneur journey, my why was I wanted to make more money. Like that's usually it, most people's first why. But then once I wrote that down and I looked at it, right, I wanted to make more money. I asked myself, why do I want to make more money? Well, I want to make more money because my family's never had money. All right. That's what I wrote down. I'm writing it down again while I'm talking to you guys just so I can do it all over again. Then what do you think I did next? I asked myself why again. Like, why do I need to get money? Why do I want money? Because my family's never had money. Well, because I want nice things. All right. That's what I told myself. I never had. Then, after I wrote down my third why, I asked myself again, why? I want nice things that I never had because the shit looked good on TV. Then I had to ask myself again, why? Like why did you want to make the money for the stuff that looked good on TV? Well, it was freedom. That's what that meant to me. Freedom. But then, once again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I asked myself, why again? Why do you want freedom? And then I got deeper. It's because my mom worked all her life. She never got to come to any of my events. I think she got to come to like 4 football games. I played football since I was like 13, 14. And she only got to come to about 4 of my football games all the way through me going to college. Why? She was always working. Right? So now I got the freedom because my mom didn't make it to my games. Then I had to ask myself why again. You need to go 7 whys deep to get your true why of why you want to embrace this shit. Because it's gonna be tough. I'm not lying to you guys. Entrepreneur life is not easy. It's tough. It's hard work. It's 10-hour nights. It's like Ramel, like you said, you got to wake up. Maybe you need to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It is something that you're going to have to do. You might have to do this for 3 years. You might have to do it for a year. I don't know how long it's going to take you. And if somebody tells you that they can make you any type of money in a certain amount of time, 9 times out of 10, they are fucking lying to you. Okay. I'm going to keep it real with each and every one of you guys. You could literally make $1 million in 30 days. It might take you 3 years. I don't know. But if you follow these steps, it'll get you 10 times closer to it way faster. Okay. So when I get 7 whys deep, okay, you're going to have the why that matters. And that is the why that you're taking on this journey. So remember, don't just stick with your first why. Keep asking yourself why till you get 7 whys deep. Now, once you can get your whys down, that is what's going to make sure you can accomplish your big dream. Now, once again, I don't know what your big dream is. I can't claim anybody's big dream, but you need to write this out. I'm going to read mine. Before he takes me away, I will have conquered what I was put on this earth to do. I'm not sure. I'm for sure he allowed me to skip death multiple times to help build the new economy that's in favor of the people. I will give 1000% in educating our people in hopes of breaking the shackles that have been placed on our minds. I will continue to walk in faith and not allow any distractions, haters, setbacks to disrupt it. I will have done my part to accomplish this task before I rest, and that will allow me to rest peacefully knowing people are in a better position in life. Like, this is my big dream. My why, I just told you. I have no reason why I shouldn't continue towards my dream. Not only do I have it all written down, but I got Diddy on my side. Like, that's the reason you want this letter. And then at the bottom of it, you put people who are going to support you no matter what you're going through. I got myself up here twice because don't nobody support me like me. I told you I don't have a strong circle of people that I trust. I've been through so much of people scamming and everything. Like, it's a lonely thing when you make money. Right? You have to figure out ways to make this world acceptable and work for you. Because I swear, you are going up against everybody who's been trained by the education system all their lives. They're not going to understand what you're saying to them. And I'm telling you this through experience, not through lies. Right? The things that you start to say to people, they're going to think it's crazy. So if you're not mentally strong enough for the rejection that's going to come, it will break you. And I don't want any of you guys to be broke. We got 30 days to grind this out. You have to figure out what's holding you back. If you need me to write a letter about you, send me a message. I'll write the letter. What is holding you back so you can put it right here on this paper? So every day that you wake up, you remind yourself, I'm not going to allow that to hold me back today. It cannot, it will not. If you need me to send you a text, I'll send you a text. Whatever we need to do for your mind not to defeat you, we're going to do. 30-day grind, okay? Hold on. Reading some of the questions. Defining a solid why helps you stay on track. Yeah, you said 5. I definitely like 7. Try 7 and watch what happens. I don't know where that number came from. It just hit me in the head. But yeah, definitely defining your why will change everything up. I mean, that's part of your story. And once again, you guys are going to get into that, telling your story, and I'm going to help you guys break down that story aspect right now, actually. So now that we've developed our why, we've written our letter, okay? Now it's important to put together your story. All right, so I'm going to actually load this template up into the back office. If you want to write your letter, which once again, I advise you all to do, this picture right here should be something that you're like, this is what you're going towards. Like, this is what I'm going towards. This is what I'm trying to build the economy for. I am so tired of Black people crying and complaining. And it's simply because they keep doing this shit in the background, marching. Like, that does not fix nothing. The economy fixes everything. I know. So I'm not going to sit here and tell these people that they're doing things wrong. They don't want to hear what I got to say. But I can build the economy, and every day that I look at this is what drives me, because I hate seeing this when I know this does not fix anything. Like, we've been marching all my life and nothing's been fixed. It's the economy. All right. So put that picture there. That's your picture that's going to drive you, your motivation. These are your pictures of your loved ones, your dream, who you are, and this is all your flaws. Once again, if you need somebody to write the letter, send it to them. Ask them to write this letter on your behalf. If not, know who you want. Like, this should be your hero. One of my students a while back, she did Ellen. Like, Ellen was her hero. Like, you make that up. I don't know who your hero is, okay? Now, the next thing, like I said, we wanted to go into our story. So we've gotten our why 7 levels deep. Right? And that's actually how I respond to clients when they say they want to do something. Like, why? Why do you want to do it? I keep asking them why. And if you can get somebody to answer you 7 whys deep, you'll have a sale after that, just FYI. It'd be like magic. Watch it happen. I think this is it. All right, I made a video before on YouTube somewhere, but I'll show you guys again, okay? And you guys are probably going to be going through this soon in the One Funnel Away Challenge if you haven't already. Not sure where you guys are. I know it's the who, not the how, or something like that. But with your story, so when it comes to telling your story, this is what sells. Like, people do not buy your product or your service, they buy you. And think about, as we're going through all of this information, like, start to pay attention to what's going on around you. Every time that you guys are watching TV and a commercial comes on, pick out the hook, the story, and the offer. Everything has a hook, a story, and an offer. The movie that you watch, it has a hook, a story, and an offer. An offer does not always have to be money, okay? But I promise you, there's nothing out there that does not run with a hook, story, and an offer. The hook grabs you in, gets your attention. The story makes the emotional connection and builds that trust. The offer, you just transition your story into how the story changed your life, and this offer that you have took off. And boom, you'll sell anything. So when you guys go to tell your story, okay, when you go to write out your story, You're going to start with the backstory. The backstory is actually like you have to take me back. All right. And the deeper back that you can go, just like we went why 7 levels deep, if you could take your story back deep and put me there with you, you're going to be able to sell better. Right. So I took mine back to college, graduated. Like if you could take it back to high school, it's even better. But you want that person when they first get into your story. Of course, this is just bullet points, but I always start when I graduated college. Come on, every person I'm talking to has graduated college. I'm not talking to anybody that hasn't graduated college. So bam, I already know I got you one thinking about as I proceed in my story where you was when you graduated college. And then I let them know I was working in DC, IT project manager in the government. This area is full of those people, right? So if anybody in this area was listening, oh, I graduated and went to go work for the government too. I was raised in 2 different households of divorced family. Come on, it's 2019. Everybody divorced. I had a successful aunt who showed me the ropes, blah, blah, blah. You know, somebody, my person, my avatar, Stephanie and Todd, you know, they too had somebody who was successful that they could see, not directly get, hands on, but they could see. Okay. I made money in college hosting parties, events. These are my type of people who made money and hustled in college. I purchased my first house and I was comfortable living life. Now, most people, when they get back there, they're like, oh my God, when I graduated, I purchased the house. I was working my job. They don't even know what the rest of the story is yet, but they put themselves in my story. They don't know what I'm saying, but they're imagining that they're in graduating college and they're in their house, not my house. I don't want them in my house. They're not in my divorced family situation. They're in their divorced family situation because now they're ready to continue on with the story. When we go through this, it's like a roller coaster, an upper, a downer, an upper, a downer. All right. So this right here, the backstory, this is like the upper. All right. You want to get people tied into this. Now we're about to hit them with the downer. All right. We're coming down this roller coaster. I was nervous as hell on the inside and didn't know where my life was heading financially. I was so scared I was going to mess up my credit and go back to a poor lifestyle. I really just wanted enough money to build my own townhouse and have a deck. I wanted control of my finances so I didn't have to work all day and miss all of my children's daily activities with my family. I was afraid to fail and resort back to selling drugs in order to live a lifestyle and maintain it. I was confused at how the hell are people around me and on social media living such a lavish life. And I know I'm working my ass off and I can't afford the lifestyle that I'm seeing other people live. Externally, I was a cocky party animal. Going up the roller coaster, we going right back up the road. I brought them down in that internal. I'm telling them how I felt inside. Once again, they put themselves in a story. They're in their townhouse or their house that they purchased after college. And now they're thinking about all the things that they felt inside. Like, I'm being truthfully honest. They're going to be truthfully honest with themselves. Like, oh my God, that was me on the inside, right? But now I'm about to get them right back up the roller coaster. I was a cocky party animal. I had the best time of my life. I threw so many parties. I never had a problem to the human's eye. All right. I was the definition of money and success. People like, dang, that was you. Yeah, that was me. But now I hit them with the wall. We coming back down again. I hit him with the wall. My boss got recognition after I put in crazy hours of work of building a help desk. All the recognition went to my boss, and I was the one who did it all. And to make matters worse, I actually was fixing a printer and I seen an invoice that they were billing the customer 3 times the amount that they was paying me per hour. Could you imagine how that felt? Seeing that somebody was making 3 times the amount of money off of you and you was busting your ass and you didn't get recognized? So got him down the wall. All right. We're down that roller coaster. I don't know what the other person's wall is on that end, but I can guarantee when they read that I hit a wall, they're thinking about the wall that they hit. They might just be hitting a wall right now. You never know. But my story needs to build that emotional tie with them. Okay. Now, the epiphany. I'm coming right back up the roller coaster. All right. I realized time is worth a lot of freaking money. I also realized I can make money off of other people's time just like they were doing to me. I needed to invest in myself and learn more and just quit working for something that wasn't mine. So I put together a plan. I would start an IT company and contract myself back to my current job because I ran the show. If I left, the whole thing crashed. So I knew I could get myself to contract back over to them to run that help desk. I would take equity out of my house. So my bad, before we get down to that, when we get here to the plan, all right, you can keep going straight across, right? So just remember the upper downer, upper downer. All right, the epiphany, we got the upper. The plan is like an upper too. So epiphany and plan are usually your uppers. All right. Now we go to the downer. There's a conflict. I would start an IT company and contract myself back to my current company since I was running the help desk. All right. The conflict. I needed to hire 40 employees, and no bank would give me a loan over $20,000 as a startup. And $20,000 ain't nowhere near enough money to cover 40 employee payrolls. Right. And I literally almost lost the contract. So then, like, that's the conflict. I brought him down. I'm about to bring him right back up. Okay. Um, I would take, I had another plan and I just purchased this house and I had equity in it, which is around $55,000 plus the 20K loan made it around $75,000 that I was able to have access to. I had no clue if that was enough, but I was able to get more money. All right. Then what do? I get them back to the conflict. I didn't understand. I had to front payroll for at least 60 days. The government didn't cut me a check for 60 days. After 30 days, I was in a full blown payroll. And I don't know if you guys have ever been in a full blown payroll, but boy, just imagine 40 people working 8 hours a day and they want their pay. And I'm talking they getting paid anywhere from $20 an hour to $32 an hour. And I gotta cover that. Okay. You know I ran completely out of money. I was literally praying when that first government check came in. And the downside, it wasn't even a full payroll check. It was actually a broken check from when I was onboarding people. They weren't in full pay yet. So I actually got paid partial and was still waiting for my full blown pay, which didn't come until 90 days after. All right. Um, so like I said, I tried the account out completely, right? I keep coming down. I'm still in my downer. See, I don't have any more plans now. So I'm going to take them down the downer roller coaster. I was spending money like, so we got to go over here. All right. I was able to achieve over $1 million during government contracting. Now, one thing about people, okay, we love a good story. Think about Scarface. Like, we love Scarface's story. They took us on an emotional roller coaster. He started in a camp, in a concentration camp. He made his way out. It's like the American dream story. He worked his tail off and made it all the way up to the top of the chain and had all the money in the world that you could possibly imagine. And guess what? We don't care about any of this stuff in between that Scarface did. He murdered tons of people. He put drugs all over the world, all over the US. We didn't give a damn about that because he's had such a great story. Like, we were emotionally tied into Scarface in the beginning because we seen him at the concentration camp. And we don't want the guy who came from the concentration camp struggling, all right, to make it. And then he made it at the top level. He made it. He came from the bottom and went all the way to the top. We don't wish bad on that guy. And that's the exact same thing that you guys are going to do. All right. So as you see, I made $1 million contracting when I did that contract, right? But I'm bringing them right back down, right? Down or upper, down or upper. I was spending money on partying and keeping up with the Joneses with the wrong crowd, and I almost actually killed myself 3 times doing God knows what when it came to drugs and partying. You know, I did it. All right. Now people are like, dang, like he really almost blew it all and he almost lost his life. Then I come over here. I got to come back, okay, to the Epiphany. My realtor gave me tickets to a local networking conference, and I read that I needed to change my network in order to change my net worth. So I said, I'll go and meet as many people as I can and join as many opportunities as I could. Now I have another conflict in here that I just know from telling my story, but I was actually stuck in between. Mind you, I just finished this party life. It wasn't completely out my system. So that same day that networking event happened, there was a party going on in Chicago. St. Patrick's Day. They paint the river or dump paint in the river or something and paint the river green. And it's a crazy party where my friends told me. And at that time, I was like literally jumping on a plane. You called me and I would be where you was the next day. Money was not a factor to me. All right. So when this event happened at the same time, I had a decision. Which one was I going to do? But I told myself I was going to change my circle and not do the things that I was doing previously. So I chose to go to the event. That's when I was actually introduced to Forex trading and network marketing, and also a load of scams that cost me over $80,000 in losses. But I was actually able to learn how to trade and made over 6 figures trading in the foreign exchange market. That enabled me to start the Elite Fortune Group to help entrepreneurs that look like me succeed without putting all of their eggs in one basket and praying it works like I was doing. I got introduced to online marketing with ClickFunnels and started gaining success overnight. I was actually able to make over 6 figures and help over 100 entrepreneurs learn everything it was about network marketing. Then boom, we get into the transition. Now, if you told a good story back there, and granted, I've been interluding in between, but if you told a good story from the break, the transition don't matter. Like they are so emotionally tied into you that whatever you tell them in this transition, they're going to have their credit card out and they're ready to buy if you have a solid, true story. All right. And some of our look, our online marketers, some of them are so good that they can tell a lie right here and still sell tons of products. Like you want to be morally right in this. All right. But when you guys start to understand the power of words, you can literally make up a story and sell anything when you know the power of words. That's what's so dangerous about this, all right? Because it's a lot of people out here who understand the power of words and understand that we haven't been trained on recognizing when words are misused. And they misuse them all the time and they trick our minds. So, yes, you can do this without having a real story. But I want each and every one of you guys to be truthful and authentic when you tell your story. And look, make it deep. If it's some pain in there, like let it out. You are a hustler right now. Don't worry about what anybody has to say about your story. Like if you were poor and broke, let us know about that. Don't be scared of the situations that you were in or that you may currently be in. Who cares? Like I'm not worried about what anybody who's not affecting my life has got to say. And you have to get that same mindset. So when we get to the transition, I noticed that I had a gift and I wanted to help as many entrepreneurs as I possibly can. I noticed the power of the mind and that we've been getting trained wrong in the education system on how to create wealth and live a life of happiness, the dream life that we all want. Elite Fortune Group can now help entrepreneurs toss the 9 to 5 job to the side and create a legacy of wealth for anybody that's ready to make a life change. Now, I'll teach you guys how to, once you finish that story, get into your offer. But I want you guys, okay, for our homework assignment, you should write your letter, all right? Or tell somebody to write a letter for you. That's the very first thing that you guys should do. Once again, I'll put this in the back office. Make sure that you go to file, download, okay, and keep your own copy so you can change it up how you want. These are also everything that I offer up here. So like I want to see my stuff again. All right. Print it out and have it at your nightstand before you go to bed. When you wake up, have it right there. Once again, if you don't have a loved one that you can get to write this letter for you, find your hero and write it just like you was them. All right. Next thing that I want you to do is start to work on your story. I'll put this link in the back office as well. All right. Backstory. Put us back. Start there. Put us back in a situation. All right. Graduated college. You notice, like, I started at graduating college, but the story really was like 4 years after college. Like, but I had to put them there, make them feel it. All right. So work on this process. All right. If you guys want me to take a look over it, I'll take a look over it. But after you write your story, I want to see each and every person. After you get done writing your story, I want you to go on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, and I want you to read that story. I say this because you're going to have to tell this story over and over and over and over and over again. Like, you're going to tell this story so much that you're going to get sick and fucking tired of telling the story. But that's what you want. You want to tell that story so much it's annoying to you to tell the story. Like, you hate when people ask you to tell the story because you've said it that many times. You have to tell your story until it gets to perfection. How do you know when it gets to perfection? Because at the end of your story, everybody's going to be ready to come. But if you don't practice, all right, this is why I'm telling you to go live. You will be surprised at how many people are not listening to you. So don't be scared to go live, because 9 times out of 10, nobody's listening to you. And the reason we're doing this is because one day, when that story hits, like, every time you do it, you're going to might come in here and readjust the conflict a little bit because it didn't resonate, or you reheard yourself and the wall sounded stupid, or internally you forgot to add something in. Like, that's what you're going to keep doing. As you tell the story live, you go back and listen to yourself. People are going to give input, advice. Take the advice, make some adjustments. All right. Once you have it solid, I repeat again, you will know, but you have to go live. You need people's input. Everything that we're going to go through in this next 30 days, it comes from the people. Remove your thoughts from everything that we do. That's why I'm telling you guys to do all of this tedious stuff, all right? Because we let people give us the answers to things. When you try to create something with your own emotion into it, 9 times out of 10, it won't sell. But if people are responding to you and engaging to you, they're telling you exactly what they will buy. Not what they like. I never say what they like. They're telling you what they will buy if you talk to them in the right way. Your story is going to emotionally make them break that wall and trust you and start to engage with you. That's why you're telling this story live, so people can start to engage with you. Once they're engaging with you, you ask them questions. You ask them questions about what your dream is. Ask them so you can resolve your dream. Look, once again, I'm not telling you guys to do anything that I'm not doing. I'm going to go here right on my Facebook. I'm making a course. You guys see that credit in your back office. This is why you see that credit in your back office. I didn't want to talk about credit. Hell, the answer to get your credit better, make more money. That's the simple answer to help your credit. Make more money. But I can't say that and resonate with people, right? So let's see if I got it. Where's the question? I see I'm active on social media. I don't care who thinks what about my social media. If they don't like it, delete it. Like, stop following me. Where is that question? All right, here you go. All right. What's the one thing that scares you when it comes to starting your own business? You guys know my dream is to build an economy. Well, to have an economy, it's got to be businesses in this economy. I'm thinking how I can get them to engage with me without them knowing what they're providing me. Because if I go to these people and tell them, hey, I need to know why you're scared to or what would make you want to start a business. Can you tell me what would make you want to start a business, like, so I can help you start the business and sell you this off? No, they won't do that. Won't nobody answer me. But if I ask questions, people love answering questions. They love answering questions for free too. All right, if you do it right. And how do you do it right? You just throw stuff out. You don't know which question is going to be the one to make them answer, but this was a good one. What scares you with starting your own business? Look at the responses I got. Having something redundant. Well, that lets me know when I do my sales copy. Talk about the redundancy. See, people talk about they don't want to be redundant. Well, that's just not smart. Right? I want to be redundant. If something is working, if something is running redundant, it's because the shit work. They're making money off of it. This is what he just doesn't know. He's not educated on this. So it's my job to put in that sales letter to talk about something being redundant. So when he goes to read it, I gave him value. I educated him on what he thought was wrong. So now I knocked that wall down so he can trust me and listen to more that I got to say. No support from your people to expect support from you. Well, what would I do in my sales letter? I'll hold a private group like Elite Fortune Group where you can come into the Facebook group and ask people questions that will support you and provide exactly what you expect. People not staying in my business. Well, I'll make it, when I go to do the sales letter, I talk about how, um, we always communicate with the people through emails, because if you talk through emails with your people, chances are they'll stay. Most businesses lose their customers because they stop communicating with the customers. What did I do? I answered what he thinks is wrong. I'm answering it. I'm dying to open a pole fitness studio. The fear is that although it's a great instructor, I may overestimate my ability to bring in clientele. Well, in my sales letter, I'm going to make sure that I let her know that the offer that I have will bring in clients through automation. I just answered all of their problems in one sales letter by asking a question. That's all I did, was ask a question and get the replies, not so I know exactly how I'm writing this sales letter, how I need to talk to communicate with them. If I never asked these questions, I would be coming up with my own reasons why I think people are scared to do business. And hell, I would think people are scared to do business because they ain't got the money. But I didn't see that up here one time. So I would write a sales letter talking to people that don't have money, why they need to start business. And I'm not going to touch anybody because I never asked the questions. Nobody told me any issues about money, so I should have never said that. But they have the answers. The people have the answers, okay? Now, I got another one. Look, right under this. What are some things you wish you were taught in school and why? This is why my credit repair came up. Look at everybody telling me credit or budgeting, taxes, credit, budgeting, taxes, credit, budgeting. Like, oh my God, I struck gold. Credit is the issue that people want to know about. Also, credit is what people are ready to buy about. I started researching. All of these people are making tons of money on talking about how they can fix somebody's credit. When in all actuality, guys, like if you look at the whole credit thing, these people are charging people tons of money to fix their credit, and all they're doing is picking up the damn phone, calling the bill collector and saying, "Can we work some type of deal because my client ain't got the money?" That is all that they're doing. That's something that you can do. But people don't want to take the time out to educate themselves. Now, when I go to make my story and I do my ads, like first thing I'm starting, are you tired of paying everybody money to fix your credit and it's not working? Like, look, I have the answers. Don't recreate things. That will literally get you to fail starting out the gate if you're trying to recreate. Copy the people who have already done it when it comes to finding an offer or a product to sell. Once you find that offer or the product to sell, use your resources that you have to do the best job at selling it. Ask questions on your social media. Stop using your social media for fun and use it for business. Ask the questions, get the answer, write the copy, and you will see the success. Don't ask the questions, write the copy, and you won't sell anything. Now, if you don't want to ask questions, once again, I showed you guys how to search the internet yesterday. Amazon, guys, they have all of the questions. Like, I can't make this stuff up. Like, if you wanted to sell this dragon herbs, click on it. Amazon is a platform that is $1 billion platform giving you $1 billion answers. Why not utilize it? All I want to do is click on a product and I immediately want to look at my 1 and 2 stars. Might check out 3. And the reason why I'm doing this, right? If I find something that's quote unquote redundant, like we seen, all right, I see it's making money. I know I'm selling the same thing that everybody else is selling. Well, I need to create an offer that makes the person want to purchase it from me instead of purchasing it from the other Joe Smo that don't have an offer. He's just selling a product. When it comes to selling products, if you don't create an offer, you're either going to work to be the lowest price so you can sell. And I hate being the lowest price, or you're going to be at the same price and work hard to try to sell something. It's going to make it 10 times harder. And look, one thing I don't do is go down in price. All right. If anything, I try to raise the price and create more value. So when I come here, I'm looking like I'm reading my 1 stars. Like, what are they complaining about? No. I felt pretty good while taking it, but I take other something as well, so it's hard. What caused what? And I'm giving the 1 star for its taste. Absolutely. So look, when you go to if you had a supplement that you were selling, like look what he just told you. He gave you the solution. They don't like the taste. In your story, when you go to write your sales copy about your product, like the taste is amazing. He just told me he's giving it a 1 star because of the taste. Well, that's what he's searching for when he goes to look at the next product. How does it taste? My nose have been dashed. If you like peach flavored things, you most certainly do not. You might like it. Or if you were selling this exact same product, I would go to Facebook and tell Facebook to only put me in front of people who like peaches. And then I'm going to come back here and talk about how peachy this shit tastes. Boom, I'm coming here. Biggest ripoff. Container was very small and not even. So if I was writing a product, look, we're not going to rip you off. We're going to make sure our containers are full. They are giving you gold right here, guys. Like liquid gold is right here on Amazon. They spend millions a day to get these answers. You think they not utilizing these answers? You think they just got this stuff up here for no reason? Like, they are making sure they sell you everything because they're doing things that we think is just reviews and some BS. Well, this is actually giving them the data that they need so they can make sure that they put the right products right here on the side for you to say customers is also viewed. Because if you're talking about you don't like orange, well, look, we got this other supplement that don't taste oranges, right? That is what Amazon is doing, and that's what you're going to start doing. Amazon is $1 billion industry, multiple $billion. Sorry, not a billion, multiple billion. Imagine if you could get a fraction of 1% of their revenue. Like, you are a millionaire with just a fraction by following the same things that they're doing. Honestly, contains lead, stickers made me horrible experiences, product and company. Something to change the product's customer service. New ownership prices are through the roof. So, all right, we got prices. Quality of product ingredients is down. They use ship with speed. So we know we need to your shipping. All right, people are paying attention to shipping. These are all things. You jot them down, you put them in a Excel sheet, and that, guys, I'm telling you, is going to be the key to selling anything. And remember, you don't have to have a product. You don't have to have a service. 9 times out of 9, all of us, every one of us use a product right now, currently today. You could go resell Apple Watches online, right? Whatever it is that you use every day that you love, like if it's something that you're using currently and you love it, sell it. That is your first sale that you should be looking at doing. You could go you could take a picture of it right now, go on Instagram, go on Facebook, work on your story, okay? Tell the story live and transition it over into your product and see if it works. And guys, you don't have to have a funnel for this, right? You can go get the affiliate link to your product if you got Amazon affiliate, or, try anything out that has an affiliate link. Try it out. Tell your story, transition into that product, and see if you make a sale. That's all we're going to be doing. And in the 15 days when you start building your funnel, you are not going to know what works. I am not going to know what works. But we have to keep throwing bait. And one time it's going to hook, and it's going to be the biggest fish that you've ever had. Could you really imagine making, what I'd make today? For this month so far, I've made $11,000. I've made $11,000, and I get to talk to you guys. I get to go to the field trips with my nephew and do other activities while I'm making money. This is what I want from each and every one of y'all. So whatever's on your mind, whatever product that you want to sell, look, you could what's Kylie? How the hell do you spell Kylie Jenner? Kylie Jenner. I'm only looking at her because she does like heavy in makeup. I be seeing all these girls post the Kylie Jenner makeup. It frustrates me. Like, you're giving her free promo. You're not even trying to make money off of it. It's insane to me. So let me look at her page. I've never looked at her page before, but if I wanted to sell makeup, I would be subscribing to Kylie Jenner stuff right here. I know that she gives $10 off of orders, so I would want to set $10 up off of my orders. I would put that pop-up page like she put up there. I would also look at the colors that she has, how she has pictures laid out, how she has her top. When you go to buy the product or service from the person you slow by, you can even hit print screen, screenshot this stuff. Because once again, when I go to make mine is going to be black at the top. We're going to have pink letters in black. All right. I'm going to have some pictures right here. Why? Because she already told me this is what works. Now, I'm looking to see anytime you have a product. So if you have that product at home that you like, go to their website and go all the way down to the bottom, and you're looking for affiliate. So I don't see anything that they selfish over here. They ain't giving no affiliates. Hey, So you see, she doesn't give affiliates. All right. I'm trying to think of something that may give an affiliate. Uh, hey, I'm drawing a blank. Got any products out there that we can look up, think about? I can't think of anything. But whatever it is, like type it in Google, right? Hey man, all this affiliate stuff I be selling, I can't think of nothing. I get all my stuff on Amazon. That's usually the problem. Let's go hard drive. I don't know. Matter of fact, Quicken. All right, so let's go to QuickBooks. You guys probably don't know that. I made quite a bit of money through QuickBooks. I mean, watch. All right, you know how many people need QuickBooks? Everybody that starts a business needs QuickBooks. Oh, I thought y'all was about to see my money. And how about to say, dang, QuickBooks, you gonna log me in and show my checkbook? That's messed up. Dang, take me to the home page. All right. So the reason why I wanted to bring you guys this is because they have an affiliate, right? Not QuickBooks. And I made about $900 by just telling somebody sign up with QuickBooks. Dang it, it's gonna keep taking me to the site. Maybe this one won't. So you come in here, you go to QuickBooks. And they gonna make me log in to see that. QuickBooks has an affiliate, right? They making me log in to see it. But like I said, majority of your companies out here of their products or service, they're going to have affiliate access, just like the One Funnel Away challenge that you're doing. They have affiliate access. Now, granted, like I said, you're going to be selling the One Funnel Away just like everybody else. So you got to create an offer. Like my offer, I gave you my free Instagram service as well as I come on here every night with you guys. Like that's why you should buy the One Funnel Challenge away from me instead of getting it from somebody else because they're not going to provide that to you. We're all selling at the same price. Like ClickFunnels are selling at the same price. Everybody's selling at the same price. But I have an offer that's irresistible of why you should choose it from me over somebody else. Like they don't have anything for you. You would be surprised out here. All the people who are reselling things, like when you see people on Instagram talk about put their code in when you make your sale, and I laugh at that. Like, you don't really want to sell. Because if you did, you would have created an offer. Like, don't just put my code in to buy that one product. Like, I actually want you to go to this site, give me your contact information. And when you do get that product, I'm going to give you more when you buy from me. That is the mindset that you guys have to be in. So I hope that wasn't too much for you guys. Once again, homework today, write the letter if you don't have someone to write it for you, find your hero. Make sure you're saying who you are, know your dream, put your pictures at the bottom of it, the people who love you and support you. All right. Then start working on your story. Start with the backstory first. Backstory. Go down. All right. Keep giving me bullet points down and then come back up. Start over. Now, the reason I'm having you do this, okay, is because this is your content. All right. All of this is your content for online once we get your website up and rolling and we get your funnel up and rolling. Because look, I can come here and start with just graduated college. I got 4 stories that I can talk about that. Divorced household. I got 4 stories that I can talk about a divorced household. I had the best life with no problem. I got 4 stories that I can talk about having the best life. Like, this is the reason that this is your content for the year right here. Imagine if you just took one day out and you made all your posts for all of this content. It takes you about 3-4 hours. But now you got content to last you for the rest of the year that you don't got to think about no more. You just wake up like a routine and say post, and it's going to your website, making sales each and every day. That is what I'm going to get you guys to. That's the level that I want each and every one of you guys to be at. Remember, it's not easy. It takes work. We have to keep doing it over and over and over again. And we can't worry about anybody who does not understand what we're doing and has something to say that's bringing our energy down. If that person says something to you, hang up the phone, stop talking to them, change the conversation, do what you need to do. All right. That's all I have. Is there any questions for me? Anybody? And I won't be.
Hey, Trav, this is Ramel.
Mhm.
So that spreadsheet you just showed, you're gonna post it under the under tonight, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And don't forget, make sure you download it first before you start editing it.
Gotcha.
All right. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Cool. I won't be saving any more videos to Facebook Live. You will need to log into the back office to retrieve these videos. I'll probably start cutting them short. You guys paid for a service, so I don't want to cheat you guys out. We got people in the group who did it, but they won't have access to our software, so that's why I really don't mind showing them. But just a FYI, I'll probably only be going in the Facebook group live for about 15 minutes. I'll cut that video, and all the replays will be saved into the back office. That's it. That's all that I got tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you the new video I believe should have came out for tomorrow. Make sure that you're catching up on everything. Anytime you have questions, you can shoot me an email, send me a DM. I'll try to answer those as fast as I can, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow at 10. We probably won't do Friday unless you guys need me. Friday, Saturday, we probably won't do, and we'll probably pick back up on Sunday. But I'll make sure that I communicate with you guys through email, so make sure that you're paying attention to that. I will holler at everybody later.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too, bro.